Well, newly revealed testimony from Justice Department lawyer Lisa Page now showing that the FBI could not prove collusion before appointing Robert Mueller. So did the FBI and the DOJ begin an investigation without cause? Here now to debate it is Democratic strategist Jason Nichols and Republican strategist Jen Kerns. Thank you both for joining us this morning. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Heather.
So let's talk about this. Jen, I'll start with you. How significant is this to you?
This is astonishing, Heather. If you look at U.S. Code 600, which dictates when a special counsel can be appointed, the law is very clear. It says that the attorney general, or someone in this case acting as the attorney general, which in this case would have been Rosenstein, may only appoint a special counsel if there is evidence that a criminal matter has taken place. It's very clear that at the time that special counsel Robert Mueller was appointed, that no one at the highest ranking levels of the FBI believed there was any evidence of Russian collusion. And they don't have to take my word for it. Look at Lisa Page's recent testimony. She testified before Congress and said that they had not come to that conclusion at the time of the appointment.
And let me get Jason in here, though. And Jason, I do want to take a look at that and get your response. Let's begin with this text message from Peter Strzok, though, that said, quote, an investigation leading to impeachment? Question. You and I both know the odds are nothing. If I thought it was likely, I'd be there, no question. I hesitate in part because of my gut sense and concern. There's no big there. And then the Lisa Page testimony that Jen was just referencing, she said, amongst a lot of other things, I think this represents that even as far as May 2017, we still couldn't answer the question of collusion. So do you see that as a problem?
No, I don't. Number one, if you look at Lisa Page's comments in full, she says it probably wasn't nothing. We knew more than that at the time. So, of course, she had some idea, the higher-ups in the FBI had some idea that there was something that needed to be investigated further, and that's why they brought in Robert Mueller. And I would think that Republicans would be pretty excited about Robert Mueller, someone who is impartial, apolitical, and who is going to do a thorough investigation.
But, Jason, that seems to be the question, though. Is that the way the process is supposed to work? Because as Jen was just referencing, and I had our brain room look into it, specifically, the Attorney General appoints a special counsel, quote, when he or she determines that criminal investigation of a person or matter is warranted. So they're saying that there was no proof up until this point. They couldn't find any proof of collusion, but yet they launched the investigation anyway.
So I would answer that, number one, by listening to the president, or at the time, candidate Trump's own statements. On July 27, 2016, he made a public statement that he wanted Russians to release Hillary Clinton's emails, and on that very same day, Russians hacked Hillary Clinton's emails. So, again, we have statements. They actually said that they thought that there was something that needed further investigation, and that's why they brought in Robert Mueller.
So, Jen, you get the final word here. I mean, but does this look like an investigation in search of a crime?
Yeah, it sure does. In fact, it does appear that there was no crime. And again, going back to that U.S. Code 600, in absence of a crime, there should not have been a special counsel appointed. You look at 2 years later down the line and nearly $100 million spent by the special counsel. They still have not found that crime. Boy, if this were a case in a court of law, a mistrial would have been called already. And it's very sad to see he's dragged the presidency through the mud. And lots of people in the White House, who I know, have also spent tens of thousands of dollars getting attorneys to defend themselves over basically nothing. Very sad.
Jason and Jen, I think one thing that no one would argue with is that they would like for this investigation to be over, to run its course and be over quickly. Thank you both for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ellen.
Have a good day.